If you've been gardening long enough, you know this feeling. The soil looks tired, it's compacted, lifeless, and when you dig, there are no worms waving back at you. That's always my red flag. Worms are the soil's heartbeat. When they disappear, something is off. On Soil Power, we talk a lot about working with biology instead of fighting nature. Today I want to share one of the simplest, fastest soil revivals I've ever tested in my own bed's banana peel biochar. This is not theory, and it's not some long, complicated process. This is a 24-hour soil hack that can literally pull worms back into dead soil overnight. Let's dig into why this works and how you can use it right away. Most gardeners throw banana peels into compost and call it a day. That's fine, but it barely scratches the surface of their potential. Banana peels are packed with potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and trace minerals. On their own, they break down quickly and feed microbes for a short time. The problem is speed and retention. Raw peels decompose fast and release nutrients in a small window. Much of that fertility is lost to leaching or locked up before plants and microbes can really benefit. This is where biochar changes everything. Biochar is carbon-rich material made by heating organic matter in low oxygen. Think of it as charcoal designed for soil. What makes biochar special is its structure. Under a microscope, it looks like a sponge full of tiny pores. Those pores become permanent housing for bacteria, fungi, and nutrients. Instead of nutrients washing away, biochar holds them in place, and instead of microbes struggling to survive, they get shelter. When you turn banana peels into biochar, you combine fast nutrition with long-term soil structure. That's why this method works so quickly and keeps improving soil for years. This sounds technical, but it's not. I've done this in backyards, small gardens, and even urban spaces. So, to get started, you'll want to dry your banana peels. You can sun-dry them for a few days, or, if you prefer, oven-dry them on low heat until they're nice and brittle. Drying is actually really important because, well, wet peels tend to smoke too much and don't char properly. Once your peels are dry, go ahead and place them in a metal container with a lid. A small tin with a few tiny holes poked in it works well. The holes let gases escape while limiting oxygen. Next, put the container over a fire, charcoal grill, or even a gas burner. You're looking for heat, not flames, inside the container. After about 20 to 40 minutes, the peels will turn black and brittle. Let the container cool completely before you open it up. What you have now is banana peel biochar. Crush it by hand or with a stone until it's roughly sand-sized. Smaller particles mean more surface area for microbes. Raw biochar can actually steal nutrients from soil if you apply it directly. This is where many people go wrong and say biochar doesn't work. Biochar must be charged first. To charge banana peel biochar, you want to soak it for 12 to 24 hours in something alive and nutrient-rich. Compost tea, worm tea, fermented plant juice, diluted urine, or even liquid from a compost pile all work beautifully. The biochar absorbs nutrients and becomes loaded with microbes. By the next day, it's no longer hungry carbon, it's a microbial carrier. This charging step is the key to the 24-hour worm comeback. Once charged, apply the biochar directly to your soil surface or lightly mix it into the top few centimeters. You don't need much, a thin layer is enough. Think of this as inoculation, not fertilizer dumping. Water the soil gently after application. Moisture activates microbial movement and signals worms that food has arrived. In compacted or dead soil, I often focus application near existing organic matter like mulch, leaf litter, or old compost zones. Worms follow food and moisture gradients. This is the part that still amazes me. Worms don't eat biochar itself. they eat microbes. Charged biochar becomes a microbial explosion zone. Bacteria colonize the pores, fungi attach, and protozoa start grazing. That microbial bloom releases signals worms can sense. Within hours, worms migrate upward and inward toward the treated area. They follow the biology. In many of my beds, I've seen fresh worm casts within a day of application. Once worms arrive, the real soil transformation begins. Their tunnels improve aeration, water infiltration, and root penetration. And, their castings are actually one of the most balanced fertilizers nature produces. The fast worm response is exciting, but honestly, the real magic happens over time. Banana peel biochar improves cation exchange capacity, meaning soil holds onto nutrients instead of losing them. It also buffers pH swings and reduces fertilizer burn. Because banana peels are rich in potassium and calcium, plants often show stronger stems, improved flowering, and better disease resistance over the following weeks. Most importantly, biochar doesn't disappear. It stays in your soil for decades, continuously hosting life. Each season, it gets better. This method shines in tired beds, raised gardens, sandy soils, and compacted ground. It's especially powerful where worms are missing or rare. So, it's safe for vegetables, fruit trees, flowers, and even lawns when applied lightly. The key is moderation. Biochar is a soil amendment, not a replacement for organic matter. Always pair it with mulch, compost, or living roots. What I love about this method is what it represents. You're taking waste, transforming it with fire, feeding it with biology, and returning it to the soil as a long-term asset. That's regenerative gardening in its purest form. Healthy soil doesn't need constant inputs. It needs structure, biology, and patience. Banana peel biochar gives you all three, with a visible result in just 24 hours. If your soil feels dead, don't give up on it. Life wants to return. Sometimes it just needs a doorway. For me, banana peel biochar has become one of the fastest ways to reopen that door and invite worms back home. If this article helped you see soil differently, share it with another gardener who's struggling with tired beds. And if you want more practical biology-first gardening like this, make sure you subscribe to Soil Power and grow with us. Together, we're rebuilding soil one living handful at a time. Oh, and that's pretty exciting, right?